All right, recording on a Sunday night, a little past 8:30 Pacific time. Cousin Sal is here. We just watched a pretty crappy Sunday night Falcons-Niners game. Not crappy for you.
It was good. It was good.
It was your best bet.
I loved it. I'm very proud of myself. I feel like I pulled out that Denver game. We'll probably talk about that one, right, on the money line. And then I doubled it up on my favorite pick, the San Francisco 49ers. I think I analyzed it right. First time like in 6 years. I feel like I got everything right.
We both had good ones this week because House and I went all in on that Browns-Dolphins game. We went all in. We made it our lock of the year. Tua in wind and rain. We'll talk about that later. You watched all the Sunday games with the Ringer crew because we have a bunch of Ringer people in town. And we have this movie theater in the downtown LA offices where they put all the games on the big screen.
Yeah.
And you got to watch the early and the late, including with some Giants fans, the late game. So what was the experience?
Brutal.
What were the highlights? You had JJ on his phone watching the end of the Dolphins season.
JJ
Heifetz watching the Giants collapse. Give me the highlights.
Yeah, he had his skinny jeans on, Heifetz. You know, it's great because Spotify flies everybody out for a week out here, and it's good. They call it Core Week, and then they have meetings during the week, and everybody pretends they're recording their podcast so they could blow off the meetings. But at least Sunday, we get together, huge theater. I forgot how the youngins root. I mean, they really whoop it up. And some is alcohol fueled, and some isn't. And then some watch on their phone. I'm not going to mention names, but they update like they'll be watching like on FanDuel, so they'll be 2 plays ahead. So that's kind of annoying.
Is that you can do that?
You could do it. You could do it. Yeah, I shouldn't even tell you about it, but it's
oh, please don't.
But it's great. It's, I mean, Heifetz, I sent you the video. Poor Danny Heifetz, a big Giant fan. When they were down like 18, I was like, every stupid first down that Bo Nix scrambled for, I'm like, oh, you're nervous now. And then he was actually nervous. I thought he was going to be brought to tears at the end.
Well, I think he was banking on the 1,602 straight games with 18-point lead with 6 minutes left. That's pretty great. Big picture before we go into the games, like, you know, this is the sports wheelhouse time. Like the Blue Jays won tonight. We're going to Game 7 with that.
Yeah.
We had Ohtani on Friday night with, I don't even think it's a debate, the greatest player performance ever. The only thing I was thinking was whether World Series versus regular playoffs and everything else should be like 2 separate categories.
Yeah, I think so. You know, you God forbid you say something like that, like you're called melodramatic. Oh, it was the greatest you've ever seen. And then someone's like, on June 12th, 1973, Rick Wise pitched a no-hitter and hit 2 home runs. I don't want to hear about Shohei Ohtani. I'm like, all right, fine.
Okay.
But no, this is as good as it gets. There's only a handful of players who have struck out 10 batters in a playoff game, and there's only a handful of hit 3 home runs, and he did both. Like, insane.
Yeah, it makes you think when you watch this, all the lost time when he was on the Angels, not in these games. Because the hope with him was always, if he was with the Yankees or the Dodgers or the Cubs, and he was in big games in a big city, maybe he'll even rise up and go up a level, and there'll be like true greatness that pops out. And we just didn't get to see it for half a decade. And now we're seeing it, and he actually did elevate. I still feel like, to me, the Reggie 3 home runs, you know, they're down by a run in Game 6. You know, they had the last 2 at home, but the 3 straight and the exclamation point at the end, I just feel like World Series has to be kind of over here and then everything else is over here. But it was certainly the greatest baseball game I've ever seen in play. I only saw the last 2 homers. Did you see everything?
Yeah, well, I didn't see the first homer, and then I saw everything else.
Yeah.
I also think these numbers are screwed up. When they said that one shot was 469 feet, and it's like, it's still rising as we're talking 2 days later. It's like, they have to fix that. And why wouldn't they? Why are they shortchanging these? This should be big for baseball, right? It should be 5'10" or whatever it is. Or lie. Who cares?
I wasn't even sure that was possible to hit it out of the Dodger Stadium that easily. It was flying out of there. Anyway, so that was fun. College football's in full swing. NBA starts Tuesday. I'm sure you're betting on hockey. We have the Equinox coming up later this weekend. And then today, Broncos-Giants was the best game of the year. Just an unbelievable comeback by the Broncos. An unbelievable loss. Both teams lost. I'm not even sure there was a winner by the end of it. And of course, I had the Broncos in a tease laying 1.5. So I somehow lost.
Nice.
Even though they came back and won. Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, I'm sorry about
tough.
that.
Yeah,
because that's a fun one to celebrate if you're on the right side.
Broncos scored 33 fourth quarter points. So,
yeah.
I mean, they're 5-2. This could be like a playoff position game. We could be in week 18 being like, oh my God, they're the 2 seed because that stupid fucking Giants game in week 7. I can't believe it. And it really looked like they were going to give it to the Giants on that 4th and 19 with that bogus. I didn't like the roughing the passer call.
Nah.
I didn't think the guy got the first down. The pass interference near the goal line was terrible. It was they were playing the hits, and it seemed like it didn't pass the stink test.
And yet the worst call of all was a review that said that Jackson Dart got in the end zone, and he did. But if he stopped short at the end zone, that kills 2 plays of the following drive for Denver, at least, I think, right? I'm assuming Giants score on the next play or the play after, but it would have knocked 40 seconds off the clock. I mean, there was too much. There's just too. I mean, we're cursing Bo Nix, who I still can't put a finger on. Like this is a carryover from the London game. He's so bad. And then he becomes the first player in history with 2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns in the fourth quarter, in the same quarter. So I think I set a record just on the day for saying the words, they scored too soon. Like those, right? In every game. There was like 4 games like, no, they scored too soon. But you read the stat, man. 1,602 games. It's just spectacular that we saw that with our own eyes.
This is the Bill Simmons podcast presented by FanDuel. If you're betting on the NFL, come on. FanDuel is the place to do it. They've got everything. Same game parlays, quick bets for when you want to jump in live your way so you can set your own lines on just about anything. The app's fast. It's easy to use. And best of all, when you win, you get paid instantly. I've been in Boston, Massachusetts recently. Guess what I did? Use FanDuel. Super fun. Download the FanDuel app or go to FanDuel.com/BS to get started. Must be 21 plus, present in select states, 18 plus in D.C., Kentucky, and Wyoming. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 888-789-777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. Yeah, I did feel like Dart scored too soon when they scored because the Giants were dead. They're playing in altitude. And you can't tell the guy not to. I feel like we argue about this 3 times a year. You got to go for it. I was thinking with Bo Nix, because this is maybe the 3rd or 4th game where he's looked like complete dog shit for 2 hours and then he kind of revives. It's like, did you have in college, did you have the one guy who would throw up and pass out and then an hour and a half later was in somebody's room like nothing would happen, and it was like he had like a second life and then some and was just awesome? And you were like, whoa, Bo Nix, I thought you passed out. That's what he's done 3 times this year, where you think he's dead. Like, we'll be like, I guess we'll see Bo tomorrow. And then all of a sudden he's running around.
If you want, you could delete this. But I thought this of our friend, not even going all the way back to college, but about 20 years ago with our friend Jacoby. I mean, he would tie one on with the best of them. And then the next day at 7 a.m, he'd be ready to produce a bit with a tie
We're definitely not cutting that out.
No, definitely we're leaving it in? Okay. No, it's a compliment, Jacoby.
It's a compliment. Yeah, he's a mature guy now. Yeah, he can rally with the best of them.
That's it.
But he's like a Jekyll and Hyde QB. And there's not a lot of these anymore. There's not a lot of guys who just look like complete dog shit for a while. Like, I don't know how many open receivers he's missed on 40 to 45 yard bombs. I've watched a lot of Broncos. I have a lot of Broncos futures. That was my big AFC pick. Mm-hmm. And it just feels like for 2 hours, he misses everybody that's open. Right. And then all of a sudden he settles down. He basically needs 2 hours to settle down.
That's it, right? Yeah, like he's planted on there. Yeah, he's one of those guys who in 4 years, I don't know what you'd be more confident in. Is he a top 6 paid quarterback, or is he out of the league?
Or is he like Carson Wentz, where he's on some new team?
Yeah, he's got to come back.
And they're kind of hoping he's okay, but he's not. And you're just kind of waiting for the starter to come back.
That's Jacoby for you. Yeah.
Amazingly, they're 5-2. And we have Indy is 6-1. Tampa's 5-1 heading into tomorrow night. And then the only 5-2 teams are my beloved Patriots, Denver, Philly, and the Rams. And Denver could either be, it feels like they could be 3-4.
Yeah.
They could easily be 6-1 if that leverage thing doesn't call. I think what was notable today was their defense was awful. And I thought this was going to be one of those defense against a rookie QB, just take them out, but it was the opposite. They were, I thought, really, really bad. And even that last drive, like Dart shouldn't have been able to do that. They lucked out because Dart threw one of the worst passes of the day that Tua wasn't involved with when they were down 10. It's just if you run 3 times and punt, the Broncos probably can't win. But instead, Dart threw them that pick. But
he threw when he was supposed to be running, and then when he was trying to kill the clock, he should have passed on 2nd down. And they ran. It was bad. They did everything the reverse, and that's why Brian Dable's breaking chairs in the locker room after the game.
Oh my God! Well, the Broncos have a 1-game lead over the Chiefs, and yet are the Chiefs favored on FanDuel for that division? They have to be, right?
Oh, yeah, favored to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, they're
they're favored to win the Super Bowl too.
They're minus. The Chiefs are now minus 125. The Broncos plus 230 for the division. Chargers 370. Yeah.
Chargers have dropped, and the Raiders are no longer on the radar. Yeah, and meanwhile, you have the Chiefs who dominated the Raiders to the point that I felt really good once they scratched Bowers.
Mm-hmm.
This game doesn't need to be in the multi-view. We have enough games. I'm just going to hope nothing happens and they'll get a couple updates and the Chiefs will win by a lot. It's exactly what happened. They had 30-3 first downs. I don't think the Raiders got to 100 yards. It was like one of the most inept offensive performances, I think, of the 21st century. So that was great. So anyway, the Chiefs have rounded into form. And then you look at that stupid Monday night game they lost against Jacksonville that we lost money on.
Right.
And is one of the 3 worst results of the year. And Jacksonville looks the way they look today. Yep. And the Chiefs should probably be 5-2 anyway. That 99-yard interception return, one of the dumbest plays of the year.
For sure. Yeah. And that's what kept Jacksonville. I mean, they have like 14 turnovers in 3 games, and now everything's like coming back to the norm. But yeah, I love the Chiefs today. I mean, this was the only thing they hadn't done in a while, right? Like lays a smackdown on a team. Like now you have Mahomes favored for MVP. You have the Chiefs favored to win the Super Bowl. They haven't beaten anybody like they did like in 2022, like Reed and Mahomes type team. And I laid 23.5. I got good odds on that. The only thing I don't understand is why run a trick play against the Raiders by the goal line? Why wouldn't you save that for a game you're not going to struggle in?
Which trick play? The one when Mahomes was pretending he was trying to. There was another play.
So that was the other thing, right?
Yeah, why'd they waste that one? That was
never
a good
fucking
one.
Works thing. That was great. Yeah. That was dumb. So I don't know. Like maybe I don't know why. I just would like an answer for that. But who cares? They're right back at it at 4-3. They're the toast of the town.
It seemed like a little animosity for the Raiders, who talked a lot of shit the last couple of times.
Yeah, man.
Back to Nuggets. Nuggets. I'm already in NBA mode.
Stop it, please.
Back in a Broncos Giants mode. The Giants are 2-5.
Yeah,
but probably had including your Cowboys win, 2 of the dumbest losses, 2 of the 5 dumbest losses. So they could easily be 4-3. I think of all the 2-5 and under teams. So that's. Let's see, Cleveland, Vegas, Giants, Zona, Baltimore's 1-5, Miami, Tennessee, Saints, Jets. If there's just a round robin tournament of all of those teams, it's the Giants against the Ravens, I think, in the finals out of all the crappy teams, right?
So we have our 5 cross-offs, and who are you adding? You're adding the Giants and Ravens, and
I'm just saying those are the teams that are at least -3 for win totals right now.
Right.
No, well, our new cross-up team is Vegas. I think our cross-up teams now are Jets, Browns, Tennessee, Miami, the Saints, and Vegas. I think are the
that's
6.
6.
Vegas is 2-5, and that it's a wrap.
Giants are a different tier for sure. But now, like you said, Giants are 2-5. Now they play a Philly team on the road who just wants to murder them, right?
Yeah.
They're so mad. So they're going to fall apart here. I feel like people are still going to love Jackson Dart, but Brian Dable is a little closer to firing after this game. You know what I mean? Like, that's
a Giants fan friend asked me how many franchises could have believably lost that game. And he said it's only the last 10 years Giants, because the Giants were, they won 2 Super Bowls in the last 20 years, but then
not counting the Washington Generals. I think you're right. Yeah.
Well, I thought Jets would have that would have happened to the Jets. Right. The first time in 1,602 games. Jets definitely. And I think the Browns are the other one. I don't think, maybe Jags? I don't know. Maybe?
It's tough.
But I think if we were doing a fantasy draft of who would lose this way, the Giants would have been the 3rd pick.
Yeah.
Right?
Just
I would have taken the Jets first,
going.
and I would have taken the Browns second.
For sure.
And then I think Giants 3rd. Then probably
the Giants
Jaguars
could do
4th.
it again next week against the Eagles. It could happen like 2 or 3 more times this year with this team.
Dart's fun. I like him.
He is.
I have no idea if Denver. I just don't know if you're a Broncos fan how you think you can like win a couple rounds with Bo Nix with how he's looked this season. It's just been too erratic. But
I think like I was going to ask you as a Patriots fan, and it's looking more and more certain that you're going to be a playoff team. I know you have your eyes on the division title, but have you thought about the who we don't want to play in the first round thing? I bet Denver's not on your radar for that right now. I bet like the Colts are much more right there for we can't play this team. We can't match up first round.
Well, the Colts, I would say, are a safe 1 seed bet right now. The Chiefs would be the 2, right? Buffalo, it just seems like they've been too spotty. The Pats, so if they win the division, which is conceivable, that's probably a 3 seed for them.
Oh, all right. My numbers are all different from yours, but that's fine.
Why?
Yeah.
Where would you have them?
Well, I'm just saying, let's play this out like we know these teams, and the Pats are a 6 and the Colts are a 2.
I think the Pats are going to be in the top 5 if May stays healthy.
All right. Okay.
Just because the schedule is so awful.
That's true.
I mean, it's really like number 1 with a bullet for easiest strength of schedule. Every week they play somebody shitty or somebody that has some major injury. And I think they're a good team. I don't think they're a great team, but May has been one of the best players in the league for the last 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense, they can rush the passer, they can stop the run, and they can get first downs. Like I think they're a good team.
You were so scared when they were down 7-0. You were terrified.
Hench can back me up. Yeah. I texted him and I was like, we were down 10-3 and I was like, I like this. This team needed a little adversity. Let's see how they respond. May went right down.
Yeah, but you were crying.
May was lights out.
Yeah.
No,
he was good. He couldn't. I was like, oh, this is exciting. I get to throw the nickname at him again. But then he completed like 14 in a row. Son of a bitch.
He is throwing the best deep balls in the league. They're consistently like in stride with a guy catching them with their hands out. One last thing on Broncos Giants, I just wanted to mention. Thank God we have win probability rates. Because I had no idea if that was like an amazing comeback or anything. And then when I saw the charts.
You need to see the chart?
Yeah. Once I was like, oh, that really was amazing. If you could combine the win probability charts with how fast somebody ran on Bo Nix reached 19.8 miles an hour, we'd really be peak. This is stupid.
It's the same dude. Do you think like in 1929, like the Great Depression, they had charts of like the stock market bottoming out? Like, yeah, here's your portfolio, sir. Here. So you see this flat line. Oh, all right. Okay. Yeah. Your grandfather's dying. There's a flat line and there's an annoying noise going off for a minute and a half.
We really need them for marriage.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
that's good.
My wife's in a lousy move. What's my win probability chart for asking her if I could go out tonight? All right. The other game we have to talk about is the Browns murdering the Dolphins. Which
let's kill this kicker a little bit. This number 99.
Oh, the Giants kicker.
This Mackinac-a-Nanny.
Yeah, where did he come from?
When a number 99 with a crazy name like that, like it seems like it's from It's Only Sunny in Philadelphia, like a made up name or something. Like you have no confidence. You should just get on FanDuel right there and bet the other side.
Yeah, you'd at least need like a short guy who's been on a couple teams and kicks like the traditional soccer style. And it's like, oh, I remember that guy when he was on the Jaguars. Yeah. He deprived us of overtime is what he deprived us of.
Yeah.
I felt like that game had some more magic in it. It just could have kept going and going. Browns killing the Dolphins. We were texting a lot during this game. I don't even know where to start. Tua finishes after calling out the team 12 for 23 for 100 yards, 3 interceptions, 2 drop picks. Really could have had 5.
Yeah.
He had a fumble. He led 3 wide receivers into just getting obliterated. I think all 3 eventually got up. And it was just everything you would have expected from him in Cleveland. The weather wasn't as bad.
I know.
As they thought it was going to be. And it
just
didn't matter.
Yeah.
So you had that. And then you had DJ Mikey Mack on the sidelines.
The best.
He had these big sunglasses. He looked like John Holmes in the mid 80s, like one of his last porn movies when there's just the wheels are coming off. I can't even describe how fucking weird he looks. And that guy's supposed to be a leader of men. And it's just checked out and then has an insane press conference after. Like, I actually think it seems like he's unraveling. So there's no way he's going to be coaching them on Thursday, right?
Interesting, because I was talking to John Jastrzemski, who's a big Dolphins fan, and he was really just miserable for 3 hours trying to figure out what year they're going to be good. And we got like to 2031, and I was like, okay, stop already. Like he couldn't even pull the trigger on that year, but battling for the number one pick and everything. But yeah, McDaniel is those glasses. Is that everything except like the windshield wiper things on the glasses? Like, why don't you just go all out? He's a clown, right? Like,
why are you wearing sunglasses? It's raining. It's here in Cleveland. It's 40 degrees. What's going on?
But
why are you dressed like that?
We both heard 50 to 70 mile an hour winds on Thursday. I'm like, oh, we both went under on a teaser. And that's what made that exciting. It wasn't like a 13-7 game. It was like, holy shit, how many interceptions is Tua going to throw to put this under in jeopardy? And it was almost got there.
I had a giant 13-point tease that actually won, but it took the line up to 48. Tua throws that pick and like basically from his own end zone.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's 31-6. I'm like, oh my God, this game's going to go over 49 points. Like Tua is single-handedly going to drive this. He was so bad. He didn't want to get hit. He was just flinging the ball up for grabs. It was really one of the worst quarterback games we've seen all year. And we've talked about him on this pod for 4 or 5 years. This felt like rock bottom for him. I find it hard to believe he's going to be on that team next year. Don't you think?
No, I think they have to move on from him and move on from it doesn't have to be either or. I know it's like, well, Tua said this, so McDaniel's gone. It's like, no, it's both of them. But I really hung in there. I was like, I don't want to blame Tua here because they were right in his face for a lot of the plays. Like if the average, you get the playoff in like 2.9 seconds, he had like 0.6 seconds. But even so, but that goes back to McDaniel. Like, what kind of game plan? Just run the ball. You got Achane. Like, just run. That's what the Browns did. That's why they weren't getting blown out in the third quarter.
Right. As somebody bet on the Browns, I was praying that they weren't just going to hand off to Achane 38 times. Right. It was a very strange performance. The Browns, there's a couple teams that I think are good home bets. I think the Falcons are another one. We saw them tonight. But the Browns at home, I don't know. I just think their defense shows up. They can run the ball. Receivers aren't terrible. The quarterback's pretty tough.
Yeah. He's vanilla. Right.
It's pretty mediocre. But they dominated the game. Some of the texts
were great. He's like a 7 for a 1 p.m. Eastern slot. Sadly.
Right.
We should start ranking quarterbacks in the 1 p.m. slot. Not this week, but I mean it's on a curve.
Some texts that we had. Hench said at one point, if you zoom in on McDaniel's laminate, it's just Zillow listings. I thought that was a good one. There was this one moment where they come out of commercial and Spiro Ditas and Adam Archuleta, they have the graphic. It was their 17th Cleveland Browns game together. What memories? Get them a photo book. Like out of 17 Browns games, how many of those do you think were like fun to announce? Like 2?
Yeah, 2.
It's like, sorry guys, you're going to Cleveland again. And this was just brutal.
He probably did preseason too. Yeah, they showed that graphic and they freeze framed on those guys. I'm like, oh, are they dead now? Are they in carbon? What happened to these guys? Oh no, they just left this one too. Yeah,
they left the booth. I left it on the multi-view all game. It was one of my 4 of the whole thing. I couldn't get enough of it. Every time Miami was on offense, I'll tell you this. I think the most wrong I've been all year was my overexcitement for Travion Henderson on the Pats. Thinking that he could be Jahmyr Gibbs for them. He has not made, I don't think, a good play this entire season. I don't know what happened in the preseason when he was the most electric rookie they've had in 10 years versus how he's looked this year. Like he basically got buried today. He was the 3rd string running back. And then on the flip side, Judkins on the Browns is a stud. And I remember saying after like week 1 or week 2, like this was like a miracle that they took Judkins over Henderson. Yeah. Judkins wasn't even training camp. And now it's like, Jesus, Judkins looks like they've just recreated Nick Chubb, but like a faster, quicker version of him. So
I was going to bring this up to you because I have him. He's 10-1 to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I was trying to think like what has to happen. They have like
Buka gets hurt like 3 more times.
Egbuka, Darts, and Fur. Darts at the top. So those 2 would have to get hurt. Egbuka's already hurt, but probably playing. Tyler Warren would have to go away too. So just 3 guys have to disappear.
I had Egbuka as the best rookie that I've seen this year.
Yeah.
But Tyler Warren is an absolute destructor of defenses. And they did a good job. At one point they had a graphic today of all the formations. Like
use him a
he's
lot,
lined up at all these different positions. But we've said it every week. Like the Browns taking Loveland over him was just weird.
Yep.
The whole year he was the best tight end in the draft. And then like within 2 weeks before the draft, people were like, I don't know, look out for this Loveland.
Right.
It's coming on. It's like, how about the guy who's always been the best guy at the position?
What must the Browns think? Like they get shit on for every single pick, every single trade, everything they do. And like, all right, all we need is for this Tyler Warren to be okay, but not great. Like, oh, damn it. Now Simmons is calling us out for taking Loveland over Warren. It just
the Bears.
Goes on and on.
Yeah.
The Bears. Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is so the Browns end up with Mason Graham, who's been awesome because they did this trade back. And then watching that Jaguars, I tweeted this today, and of course, Travis Hunter had a couple garbage time catches.
Yeah.
But that trade is just like you watch Mason Graham, and it's like I wouldn't trade Mason Graham for Travis Hunter straight up. I would make Jacksonville throw in a number 1 pick. You can find receivers like that. What Mason Graham is doing for the Browns already, it's really hard to find.
Yep. Yeah. I had the same take that I had to cross out that Travis Hunter is we don't give him enough crap or the Jags for that. But then he scored. You had the Jags. Did you have the Jags? You said you didn't have the Jags, did you?
We didn't. House made us back off in the the Europe thing. But no, it's frustrating because after that Chiefs game, I was kind of hoping that they would be good, so I'd feel better about it, and I still feel terrible about it. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to play a new game. The Bill Simmons podcast is brought to you by FanDuel, and basketball is back. Finally, the NBA is upon us. FanDuel, putting you in control right from the tip-off. Every day to start the season, you get to choose your reward. Play it safe. Go for it. Feeling bold. It's your move. Whatever your style, you're in control. What kind of better are you? You can be doing same-game parlays. You can be doing money line, underdog bets. Or you're going to try to put, I think this team's going to win with somebody scoring 30-plus points. You should go to the Ringer futures that we have. Whole bunch of our favorite future bets. Try to get those in before tip-off on Tuesday. However you play, FanDuel is giving you the power to choose your reward and own your game every single day to start the NBA season. Head to FanDuel.com/BS to make your choice. Must be 21 plus, present in select states, or 18 plus and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. This episode is brought to you by Michelob Ultra, the official beer partner of the NBA. So the NBA season is starting. I'm excited about a bunch of different things. We have a lot of teams up in the air. Boston, Milwaukee, Indiana. What are we getting from these teams? The Lakers, can they hang on and still be a top 6 team? I think I'm most excited for the Texas teams. I want to see Durant in Houston, Cooper Flag in Dallas, and Wemby and Dylan Harper in San Antonio. I feel like I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the state of Texas with my basketball choices. There are a lot of moments worth playing for. The ones that taste best are served cold, unlike in Texas, where it's usually hot. Whatever happens this season, catch every moment with Michelob Ultra, the official beer partner of the NBA, getting fans closer to the game with a chance to win courtside seats. You heard me correctly. A trip to All-Star Weekend, custom merch, and much more. Michelob Ultra, superior, is worth playing for. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Courtside 2025 to 2026. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 plus. Begins on October 1st, 2025. Ends on June 30th, 2026. Multiple entry periods. See official rules at MichelobUltra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, prizes, and details. All right, this is a new gimmick for us. Very excited about this. We're calling it Baby Doll Corner. So the background is for years and years. I don't know when this started. How far back when he started wishing people luck? Like how far, is it before I even knew him? When did this
Probably
start?
before we knew him, but yeah, very, very early in on our acquaintance with him. Yeah.
So one of Baby Doll's favorite things to do, and the thing that has brought us the most joy, is if somebody's like Their show's about to get canceled. They're about to get fired. Some relationship is going to go. Something bad is going to happen professionally.
Yeah.
Baby doll would be like, I wish him a lot of luck.
Yeah.
And that has turned into when we sniff out that something might happen, we'll text baby doll, baby, get the luck ready. Baby, you got to go into the reserves and get some luck. You have something in your back pocket. And it's probably the running joke we do the most, right?
Even if something seems good for them at the time, like, oh, this one signed the deal with Tubi to be the vice president. Like, yeah, okay, great. Yeah, I wish you a lot of luck there. Like, oh, all right. You know.
So anyway, we have some luck we want to hand out in honor of Baby Doll. I'm not sure who's watching football, who's probably playing golf. Let's start with DJ Mike McDaniel. I think on the Baby Doll corner, he's a solid 10 out of 10. I think he needs a lot of luck, a lot.
For sure. I mean, I wrote a lot of things down in his voice.
Go ahead. You do it. You go.
All right,
go.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, Mike McDaniel, for another shitty game and an even shittier press conference. And I quote, this is from his press conference. You ready? Because we're not, if you are negatively affecting the football team, routinely, assess another player. You know what, Mike? You're as lousy a motivational speaker as you are a head coach. Good luck to you and your Lululemon pants. So that would be something he would do. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be it would be a voice text with a couple of misspellings.
Oh, yeah. Capital letters, almost all capital, everything
that he's doing on a bridge.
Right.
And maybe you should give your sunglasses back to Marvin Gaye. I think he'd have some luck for Tua.
Yeah. Well, but Mike McDaniel, first of all, wasn't it funny? Every time they showed Mike McDaniel, he was looking down at the play chart. He was looking down. It was almost like he knew the camera was on him and he knew everyone was staring at him and he couldn't bear to look up. Like if you know someone's walking on a plane that you don't want to see and you pretend you're sleeping, like that's what he was doing.
Right.
He's like, yeah, we see you, Mike.
What are his other options?
Where could he look? He could cover his face with it. I don't know.
Like, what if he just went in the blue tent and just kind of peeked out from the place?
Mike McDaniel is in the blue tent. Nothing physically wrong with him. He's just hiding.
He was probably mad he didn't have darker sunglasses. He should have had like the Ray Charles glasses.
Right.
Tua would definitely have some luck.
Yeah.
We told Baby we were doing this, and he demanded that Aaron Glenn was number one on his list for luck. So I don't know if you want to do. How many of these do you want to do?
I have a two. I have like 7.
Do it, Tua. Go do it, Tua.
You know what, Tua? I wish anyone over 65 luck trying to pronounce your name, but good luck in the workforce, throwing your boss under the bus and then shitting all over yourself every Sunday. Yeah, that'll work in the real world.
Good luck.
Good luck to you. I guess they should all end with good luck. Yeah.
Well, he wanted to wish Aaron Glenn luck. So I looked this up. It was hard to figure out, but I think I'm right. Aaron Glenn started out 0-7. So the worst start by a head coach, again, somehow Hugh Jackson not involved. Cam Cameron, that won Miami Dolphins here for him. He started out 0-13. Mm-hmm. And then our guy, Dan Campbell, was 0-11-1. I looked at it here. So he'd have to go 0-14 to own the record.
Mm-hmm.
They're at Cincy, bye week, home Browns. That could be, I don't know, maybe they're 2.5 point favorite or underdogs, something like that. At Pats, at Ravens, home Falcons, home Dolphins. So basically, Browns, Dolphins are the ones to get him to avoid that record.
Yeah.
So we'll see
Dolphins,
what happens.
December 7th. That was the team they lost to. That's the only team the Dolphins beat. That's gonna be spectacular. Yeah. I don't know. So with these guys, off the Baby thing for a second, but these guys, like, you want to cut them some slack if they don't have the quarterback in place, right? But he wanted Justin Fields, right? Like this was his guy. So he can't kind of ride out the string and go like 0-16, 0-17, right?
See, that's the thing where these guys, I know they have to get people with football backgrounds and people have coached in college or been a coordinator or QB coach, whatever. It really does feel like they need to hire somebody who watches football for 14 hours a day like us.
Right.
Just as a consultant. Be like, hey, Bill, what about Fields for 2 years, $20 million a year? Just give me your blink test thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just been like, dude, the Steelers quit on that guy in 5 weeks.
Right.
And he wasn't even playing that bad. And they were just like, there was that one game, that Sunday night game, and they were like, we're out with this guy. if he's behind, you can't do this. Justin Fields will never be the answer. Don't do it.
Hey, Justin, guess what? We figured it out. You lied on your fucking resume. You can't throw the ball forward. Ty Taylor is more capable than you are. Good luck getting back on the field. You're going to need it.
I think that might have been it for him, by the way. He was, what was it? What were his stats today? I have him here.
41 yards, 40. I guess that's better.
6 for 12 for 45 yards.
45. Yeah.
Benched at halftime. And then Taylor came in. It's like Taylor gave him some life. He gave the other team some life. He threw 2 picks.
Yeah, that was bad.
They finished with 6 points. I have one piece of luck that I think Baby might wish Tom Brady getting inside info from his Fox gig and giving it to the Raiders. I think we need to wish that storyline luck.
You think it's bad info he's getting?
It's like this is such an advantage for the Raiders. The Raiders have gone backwards like more furiously than any team in the league. I'm pretty sure Tom Brady's not helping them out. How about our buddy Carson Wentz, who was playing all the hits today and even had like a blooper reel at some point that was floating around on social media. I think if he played better, they would have won that game.
Yeah, if he played better, if Hawkinson doesn't slam that into the turf slightly, they were right there. They got behind too early.
That wasn't a catch, though. I don't know why he was mad.
He's really pissed off.
The ball got loose after it hit the ground.
I thought it moved
call that
enough.
Every time.
Yeah, we've seen that enough to see that that's incomplete. But that's how close everything was, right? With them, he just got the Eagles. I guess as boring as we think they could be for 3 hours, there's always going to be like 2 or 3 big play capabilities. It's weird they're not coming from Barkley, and they came from A.J. Brown, but it's good enough to beat a lot of these teams, that's for sure.
That was the most exciting they've been all year.
Yeah.
The Eagles. They actually had some explosiveness. I think
it would have been embarrassing, right? If Carson Wentz, like that, the embarrassment factor is never, you can never put enough emphasis on it. Just like if Vrabel had lost to the Tennessee. Those are the 2 games.
Right. Well, I think with Wentz, there's a lot of, he's close to being a good quarterback, right? When you watch him, you can actually see the potential. He'll have some nice throws. And there's that ad-lib piece is just missing with him. When a play goes wrong and and that's just when it unravels for him. Do you have luck for Geno Smith? Because it feels like his career is on the precipice.
How did I miss that? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Do your.
Well, I just think he's in range. The only reason I would give them grace is, and this is why I thought throwing
Grace is my daughter's name, by the way. Go ahead. Sorry.
The Chiefs money line I thought was the safest money line parlay ad of the year today, because the Raiders scratch Bowers. They're clearly. Right. Just get us to the bye week. We'll be 2-5. We'll get Bowers healthy. Bowers hasn't been healthy since week 1. So I don't want to write off Geno yet, but it's not been great.
Jacoby Myers was solid last year. I think he's the last 3 games, he barely went over 100 yards. Genty, if you bottle him up and there's no Bowers, like you said, there's going to be not a lot of offense out of this team. Yeah.
Who else did you have on the baby doll list?
I have Brian Daboll. Hey, oh, wow, Brian, you broke a chair in the locker room. Listen, you have no talent and no hair either. And look at me. I have a head of hair a 25-year-old would covet, baby. Good luck to you, Daboll. You're going to need it. Let's see.
Do you think he's in range? If they get killed by the Eagles next week, would they be like...
It could be. They have a few. It's not just the Eagles, right? The 49ers are decent. They play them. They're at the Bears and Packers, Lions, your Patriots. That's a mess. That could be 3-9. So I don't know. Do you keep them at that point?
Well, one thing he doesn't have to worry about is Bill Belichick stealing his job.
Bill's another one, by the way. And I'd like to wish Hulu luck for giving millions to Bill Belichick to create a reality show. And they made a shitty pilot and kept the money. Yeah, that money is gone, Hulu. You're not getting it. Jordan squandered it on designer purses and graphic artists.
They really rope-a-doped Hulu.
They really did. That's the only one he could beat. He can't beat anyone else.
They filmed it, and then they just we're going to take the money.
I got a couple more.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right. London. Yeah, good luck, London. You didn't get a good NFL game today or last week or ever. In our eyes, you're barely worthy of the Jaguars. You'd be fortunate if we named you our 51st state. I wish you a lot of luck. I might be mixing egomaniacs here, but yeah. Whoever designed the Chargers uniforms, I got news for you. The Savannah Bananas look is not working for you. You want a designer? Hire whoever designs for my girls, the Nader sisters. Love Thy Nader, a show which I happen to be an executive producer on. They dress all classy and shit. They're sweet girls, never embarrass themselves like the Chargers team head of wardrobe or whatever. I wish you luck.
Yeah, we should mention Baby Doll does represent the Nader sisters. He's branched out.
We'll give you his number at the end of the show if you want to contact them for any reason.
The next time we do this, we should just have Baby Doll on camera for the segment.
Yeah. You should show a picture in the podcast, just at least a picture, whatever. One more. Andrew Luck. I wish him a lot of luck. You were locked for first ballot Hall of Fame, and you retired because you fell out of love with the game. Oh, that's too bad. And now you're the GM of Stanford football, as if that's even a fucking thing. Well, guess what? Your team's a 30-point underdog to Miami this week. Good luck to you. I could do this for like 3 hours. I'm done. I have no others.
Okay. I thought you might have had some belated luck for Brian Callahan and his dad.
Yeah, go sell your shitty tires somewhere else, Callahan. We don't need you.
I want to put, in case we do this again on Luck Watch, I think Kyler Murray might be on Luck Watch.
Oh, yeah.
Brissett's looked pretty competent 2 straight weeks. I know they're 2-5, but
he does seem to have that offense in a better rhythm than Kyler.
And Spencer Rattler, who has moments and is moving the ball, I think would also be on Luck Watch, because if they're going to be 1-8, like at that point, you got to put in Tyler Shough and see if he's competent or not.
Do you feel like
Rattler was bad today in the weather?
Well, those 1 p.m. Eastern games, you're just going to get a slew of bad quarterbacks, right? Or new quarterbacks or struggling quarterbacks, whatever. Is it like hate watching a bunch of shows now? I feel like it's like hate watch binging 5 shows at once. Like, okay, there's the Bear. I know I'm not going to laugh. I know it's best comedy, everything else, but it's like, I feel like that's where it is. Are you with that? Like why do we do this to ourselves?
To me, it's like it's the latest 7-hour serial killer show.
Right.
If there's a John Wayne Gacy show.
Yeah.
John Wayne Gacy, worst Rotten Tomatoes serial killer. Like, I think the lowest Rotten Tomatoes rating. Just like, not a fun hang. It wasn't a fun hang in the moment. Like, other serial killers just eclipsed him. There were like more fun ones, more entertaining ones. Like, Gacy's just like weird, and him and Ed Gein were the two that Hollywood kind of laid off, because it was like, man, there's just nothing to work with here. And now we're making 8 hours about these guys. We've just run out.
I love it. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, but I love it.
We need serial
they're
killer
they're the 1 p.m. Eastern serial killers?
Yeah. It's running out of them.
Okay. Yeah.
Speaking of the Jets, the Panthers are 4-3. Had to mention that. Of course, Bryce Young hurt his ankle in the game. Dalton had to come in for a little bit, but Panthers over under, I think, was, what was it, 6.5?
6.5, yeah. So they're going to get there, it looks like.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple over unders that are almost done. Like the Colts, that one's done. You know, I was in Boston the last couple of days, and I had made some future bets on FanDuel in August when I was there. All stuff we talked about on the pod.
Right.
One of them was a pretty sizable Pats over 7.5 wins bet. And FanDuel was like, do you want to buy this out now? And they were like, you can basically buy it out for like 80%. It's really interesting. I was like, no, thanks for the offer, FanDuel. I'm going to ride this out. But they give you the buy it price, which I think is fun for the futures, because I had a Minnesota one where I was like, oh, maybe I should just get out of this now. Right. Do you get out of future bets, or do you feel like once you're in, you're in?
We should. I have friends that do that, not even with futures bets, but just regular bets. They'll cash out. Yeah. I feel like it's a loss, but I also feel like FanDuel should be as if you're like leasing a car, and you're like, I don't like this. I'm going to go somewhere else. And they're like, let me talk to my boss for a second. I'll be right back. You know what, Bill? I'll give you 88% for that Patriots bet.
How about not? We should take 90. We should take 90 right 90.
Now. We don't ever do this, but don't tell anyone. We're gonna.
I had another one.
I
had a Pats Denver one that they were like offering 90%. Like the ones that are, but the reason I bring that up is like if you had the Colts over,
easy,
you're at like 97% for the FanDuel buyout. Like you not even getting value of that anymore. Packers Cardinals, yet another weird Packers game. There was couple notable things. Parsons finally got going.
Really good.
We called him out last week. We had nothing to do with it, but we did point out last week that he was not jumping out of the TVs.
We might have. Yeah.
I really liked something LaFleur did in this game that we've talked about in the past in different pods, where they brought the field goal kicker out to tie it with like 2.5 minutes left on 4th and 2. I think they're on like the 27, 29, somewhere there, like 2 minutes left. And then changed their mind, went for it on 4th and 2, got it.
Long pass, right? Like wasn't even it was good. Yeah.
It was like a ballsy call. They get it. It's one of those where if they don't get it, I think he gets criticized. But the reason I liked it, I just felt like the Packers needed something like that. They needed some sort of like, hey, are we good or not? Because I feel like they were in no man's land for 3-4 weeks. And it was the kind of thing you do when you have a good team. Yeah. So they did it and they got it. I think it's going to help them. I still don't know if they're good. What do you think?
Well, they're good. I mean, listen,
good.
I'd be surprised if they didn't make the playoffs. I think we talked about it on the pregame show. What was your confidence meter with the Packers after they beat the Lions? Like a 9 or a 10, right? What is it now? Like a 6, 7 right now in terms of like right there. But
how many NFC teams do you like more than them?
Well, that's probably it. Probably 3 if it came down to it. Even though they spanked Detroit, I would still say
is Dallas
Detroit.
One of the 3?
Dallas is, well, we tied them, so they have to be on the same level, I guess. No, it's probably Tampa, Detroit. Do I say Seattle yet? I don't know. Well, I mean, they're right in there. They're good.
I still think Philly has to be in there.
Yeah. They beat Flacco and Jacoby Brissett in the last couple of weeks. So, but Parsons is back. He's right there. 3 sacks, 10 pressures. He's good.
It's a weird because when you're watching the game and it's like, I like that guy. Really like Tucker Kraft. Wow, Golden's really good. Jacobs is excellent. Wow, what a play by Love. And you watch them and you're wondering why they don't have like 40 points.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, it's like, 16-13 with 8 minutes left. And they have weapons everywhere. Every time they throw to Tucker Kraft, that's 15 yards. He's basically Laporta or Tyler Warren for them. They never throw it to him.
And they get Watson and Jaden Reed back soon. So it's going to be like 10 guys they could throw it to.
Cards a cross-off range for you? 2 and 5?
I think so. Yeah, 2 and 5. They've lost 4 in a row. They probably should have lost 5 in a row. So I haven't seen their schedule in a minute, but it looks like they're not going to be favored in a lot of these games, right? They're at Dallas after their bye. They're at Seattle, San Francisco Jaguars, Tampa, the Rams. I mean, that's 1 or 2 wins in there.
So I think 10 wins for NFC. So that means they have to go 8-2 last 10.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not happening.
Listen, I got a lot of things wrong. I was up and down on the over-unders. I'll probably end up over. I'll probably be like 18-14, 19-13, something like that. The Cards, there were a lot of smart people really on the Cards this year, and I just didn't understand it.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. I didn't think they had the talent.
Good luck, Sal, getting FanDuel to cash out your NFC West Division Cardinals bet. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, they're offering you like 7% for that one. Philly, Minnesota, we talked about earlier. The big one was the Philly receivers had 304 yards catching today, which I think people got excited about. I did have to ask you about Minnesota, though. This McCarthy ankle sprain does not pass the Bill Simmons stiff test.
Oh, interesting.
I watched that game. I wasn't positive that he was hurt at any point in that game. Then they said he was. And put it this way, I don't think Tom Brady in like 2012 was out for 6 weeks with this injury. And I wonder if this was a soft benching. I know I'm not the first one to speculate this, but if you had to bet soft benching or his ankle's really fucked up, where would you put the ratio for that? Because to me, I'm like way on the soft benching side.
Is it even soft? I mean, what was his performance? I know it was the ankle that did him in, but
he was terrible. He had one good quarter. The fourth quarter of that Monday night game that, of course, House and I lost on. No, it was Minnesota, I thought. No, not Minnesota. Minnesota. Chicago.
Was that it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh, the good quarter. Yeah.
He played that one good quarter in that game. Other than that was bad. And then this very fortunate ankle injury popped up out of nowhere, and we haven't seen him since. And I don't know. It doesn't pass the sniff test to me.
I think you're right. And well, they had, when's their bye? Now I can't see. We're 23rd. Did they have their bye? This dumb thing I'm looking at.
I think they had their bye.
They had their bye. They did. Yeah, they're 3-3. Yeah, I don't know. They have to bring them back sooner rather than later. The one thing I saw in that game that I liked out of Minnesota, this guy, the Vikings baddie laying down on the tush push.
Yeah, explain that to me. Why did that actually work?
I don't know. I think it threw, first of all, I think it just threw them off. Like when Chosen blocked Daniel LaRussa's crane kick. Like, holy shit, this is happening. They're going to have to figure something else out. All anyone has to do is lay down. I mean, I'll lay down. I'll be the guy who lays down if they want to do that. But good for them if that continues to work.
Yeah, so he gets hurt in that Falcons game, week 2. Since then, they played the Bengals, Steelers, Browns in London.
Right.
Bye week last week, Eagles. And then they're at the Chargers Thursday night. At Detroit, week 9. And then week 10 against the desperate Ravens team.
Mm-hmm.
We're running out of spots to just slide JJ back in.
Right.
And if they missed on that pick, that's pretty significant because
sure.
What was he? The 7th pick?
Well, even Schefter is like, hey, do I have to report on him every Wednesday? Like what's going on here? It's fine. It's fine if you want to take him out. 10th overall, right?
Right. Ankle sprain for a QB? This debilitating? Like you're out for over a month? I don't know.
Yeah, he's got to step up the excuse, I think.
You think we need the NBA countdown crew to come in and tell him to step up?
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy. So. They let Sam Darnold go. But I was thinking if they had paid Sam Darnold, who I think has been pretty good on the Seahawks and was really good for them last year, they
gave him a lot of money though. Yep.
They probably win that 21-18 Steelers game. I think they win today. Arguable that they win that week 2 Falcons game, but they probably have 2 more wins if they just kept Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
They put some of that money toward like defense, and I get it. Like they spent it differently, but
at least 4-2. Yeah, he's got if that's a sprained ankle. Meanwhile, I have like a cramp. I'm such a pussy. I have a cramp in my ribs. I can't wait for the next break so I could stretch. But yeah, McCarthy's got to step it up. Do you want to do a break now? No, it's fine.
You want to wish your ribs some luck? The Bears have won 4 straight and the Patriots have won 4 straight. What is crazier to you?
Wow. The Bears.
How about this? I didn't even know they won 4 straight until I watched the Ben Johnson post-game locker room thing and he was talking about 4 in a row. And I'm like, 4 what? 4 wins? 4 wins in a row. They beat Dallas, Vegas, Washington, and then New Orleans today.
I know they went
16
over,
takeaways.
They were the only team to go over their point total every week before this week. And then they only had 26. I don't think they did it this week. But yeah, he had some bad numbers too, Caleb Williams. Didn't he? He had like 1 interception, 2 fumbles, like 160 yards. I can't remember how many
I got to be
yards.
honest. I thought Caleb was pretty bad in this game.
Yeah.
They won today because their defense was excellent. And they really, and Rattler had a couple bad throws, but their defense was really good, really lively. I mean, they're leading the league in takeaways now. They had an interesting moment at the end of the game. Now I'm just scouring for the post-game speeches. It's my favorite thing to do during this Sunday night game. And Ben Johnson is just trying to step it up. And he does this very aggro. He's almost like a South Park character with his post-game speeches. But then he gave the game ball to Dennis Allen. We forgot it was a Dennis Allen revenge game, the defensive coordinator of the Bears. So gives the ball to him. Dennis Allen comes in and gives this speech that's way better than what Ben Johnson's speech was. He almost sounded like a preacher. And the guys were like locked in. They were really excited for him. And I was like, dangerous move when you're the coach to hand off the speech to somebody who's better than you at the speech.
Interesting.
So maybe that speaks to the camaraderie of the coaching staff. I don't know.
It's either that or Ben Johnson knows how bad a head coach Dennis Allen would be and has
just
been.
not threatening.
There's no threatening at all. It's like, go ahead, take the mic, whatever you need to do.
He looked at his record on Pro Football Reference. He's like, this is fine.
Go do karaoke. You're fine.
Yeah,
whatever you want to do.
I'll give it to him. I am not a believer in that Bears team. So they are 4-2. next week when we do guest lines, they're at the Ravens, which is our first playoff game of the year, basically. Because if the Ravens lose, it's over.
Yeah.
You're not making the playoffs 1-6.
No doubt.
So this will be our first actual playoff game stakes for one of the teams. And then my team, the Patriots, who beat Carolina, Buffalo, New Orleans, and Tennessee. 3 stinker teams. Well, 2 stinker teams. Carolina's okay. And then Buffalo is the big win there. But everything's going great. Couldn't be happier with May, the Lions, all that stuff. The one thing is May keeps taking these hits.
Yeah.
And I thought he got concussed today. Had the head bounce off the
and he shook
turf.
His head too. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, fuck. Because I think he had 2 last year. And I'm reasonably confident I've seen every single play of his career for the Patriots. He's had at least 4 of these now where it seemed like he got concussed. Some guys just seem like they take hits, but I'm starting to wonder, should he wear like the Grogan neck brace to protect his head? But it's just like, that's my one fear with this is these hits that he takes.
Of course.
He's such a good scrambler, but the protection broke down a couple of times, which was atypical for this team. But for the most part, this is a really good, at the very least, a really good bad team. And they might even be a good team. I'm leaning toward that. I think they're actually good.
You're trying to get me to say they're a good team? Yeah, of course they're a good team.
See, I knew that would work.
They're a good team.
Yeah,
they're a playoff team.
We are a good
team.
They're
fine.
I just wanted you to say
But you're going to beat a bunch of bad teams that you're not going to get credit for. Still, like you're going to have 11 wins and 2 or 3 of them are going to be good. But I almost feel like everybody's right there with you as I look this over. But I was wondering how many good quarterbacks have fans that are worried about them, like you are, like in terms of their quarterback is going to take a beating. Like Jackson Dart isn't there yet. I think
the Giants fans are probably terrified he's going to get concussed over and over again with the way he plays.
Yeah.
May has at least been more cautious this year. The one today was a little bit of a fluke, but look, if you look at the Pats schedule, the at Buccaneers game, week 10, is probably the toughest game left on the schedule. And they're playing a bunch of crap teams. There's a chance. I mean, they might play 4 teams this year that will have fired their coach either during the season or after.
Yeah.
But they can keep piling up wins. I mean, the one thing with them is Vrabel has had big win total seasons before. He kind of knows you just kind of move on to next week. The one thing that was interesting about them this week, some of the quotes, I was surprised. Like they're not talking about like, well, if we could make the playoffs, that would be great. They're like, look, we got to measure ourselves. They're talking about themselves like they're a playoff team already.
Sure.
And
yeah, they should.
It's crazy because they were 1-2 4 weeks ago, but now I think they know that they're good.
Well, they knew they couldn't lose to both the Raiders and the Titans, right? Like then it doesn't even matter if you end up in the playoffs. No one's going to.
That's the funny thing. They have 2 losses. They lose to that shit Raiders team, and that was the worst game May played all year. And then the Steelers game, they turned the ball over 5 times. The one thing with Vrabel, who I've been fascinated with how he's changed the culture, that what he did for Ramondre this year, I thought was really notable. Because Ramondre had all those fumbles, and it's just he had this fumbling issue for a couple of years now. And then he had a couple of big ones. He cost them the Pittsburgh game. And Belichick, I mean, the guy his body just would have been found in Rhode Island, like on the side of a highway with like missing a head. The cops would have had to.
Is that the ending of Task? Don't tell me.
The cops would have ID'd him 2 weeks later. Like he just never would have played for Belichick again.
Sure.
And Vrabel was like, Ramondre the next game and when they gave the game balls out, and he was basically made it clear, like, I'm not quitting on somebody who fumbles a couple times. Did the same thing with the kicker. He set the kicker up for when that kicker made the game-winning field goal. Set him up. It was like, I knew you were going to make it. Like, he doesn't bail on these dudes. And I think they really like that because you have all these coaches and all these people who they'll bail immediately on whoever. Right. And he's like the opposite. So I don't know. It feels like there's something really actually happening here.
Well, I hope you have the same sunny outlook next week when Ramondre fumbles and you lose to the Browns. Let's see.
Well, you know what, Ramondre, you're part of this team, and everybody makes mistakes.
Is that what Dennis Allen said?
You have a culture guy too in Dallas.
Yeah.
Let's take a break and talk about that quickly. So here's the thing with the Cowboys season, which seemed pretty grim when you traded Michael Parsons. You now have a top 3 most fun team in the league.
Yeah.
Really, really fun to watch the Cowboys. And the attitude is just something's different. So what is it other than that you have two good receivers?
If you don't root for them, it's fun, right? Like they're going to score a lot of points. Like if you had to have a fun Super Bowl or NFC Championship, you'd probably have Dallas and Tampa and forget the records, right? Like that would be probably a fun game because, Dak is playing out of his mind. I think he's plus 115 for comeback player of the year. I didn't see odds for offensive player of the year. They won't be good enough for him to win MVP, but I don't know. I was trying to think they're like Krispy Kreme donuts. Like they great taste, but you'll get violently ill if you have to have them every meal. They're going to disappoint your bowels. So 44-22 is a gigantic win over the Commanders. We'll take it.
Tough one for the Commanders. Daniels gets hurt. The defense looked awful.
Yeah.
Some real dark moments on a text thread with all the people I bet the Commanders versus the Pats. I gave everybody 2 wins and
dark moments. Who was it? David Chang? What's
Chang, we did a separate bet where it's a certain dollar number per win over one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Pats go like 13-4 or 12-5, whatever,
right,
and Washington goes like 7-10.
Mm-hmm.
Plus I have the +2 because they were 2 wins lower than the Washington over-under. So it could get up there. Chang offered to do a
buyout?
Like
a FanDuel buyout?
Yeah, he wanted to do a FanDuel buyout.
100%.
And I'm like, he's like, we got to talk about some sort of a deal. And I'm like, the only deal I'm making is with Venmo or PayPal.
Wow.
So Chang's mad at me now because I won't do a deal.
What percent?
I'm sorry, I thought I was
you?
doing bets with men.
Right. Oh, wow. Look at that. So he's not a man because he offered you a deal.
He wanted to weasel out of his Washington Pats thing. Be a man. Stick to 18 weeks.
Come on, Chang. Shit, now I have to leave for Washington. This is weird. Why do you think he's not a man all of a sudden?
I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably end up making a deal. I want to stay friends with Chang. He was really upset about the Washington game. He feels like this bet has ruined the season, that they put bad juju on Jaden Daniels.
Well, he does I know he's also injured, but he looked like he was playing injured up until then, right? Like the rushing yards are not coming easy.
Honestly, he hasn't looked healthy once this season, has he?
They look very slow. I know their receivers are out, right? Like they have no receivers. But last year, they looked so much faster than everybody. And now, to a man, and I get it, some starters are out, but they're just look very average. I mean, now they're below average. Are they 3-4?
Yeah. This was a hard under for us.
Yep.
Because there was a lot of regression stuff with them. Their defense was old. Every year we see this with that. There's always an old team that thinks they can, buck the system.
Well, and they were very
Guess
lucky
what? Old guys get injured is how it goes.
That's what Chang should know. That's a lesson you should teach him as you collect 100% of your bet.
I mean, I guess I'm willing to talk a deal with him, but I feel like he should ride it out.
Yeah.
Get me next year. And then Jacksonville. You have nothing else in the Cowboys? You're playing it cool. You're 3-3-1.
I want to play it cool. I would have been a lot more excited, I promise, if they had beaten Carolina last week. Because now it gets kind of ugly. At Broncos, we'll go over the lines in a second. They'll have the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Lions, and the Vikings in consecutive games in November. So not pretty.
You're minus 340 to miss the playoffs.
It's a good bet. I'm going to bet Chang on that.
Your win total. Now, Chang, if you start winning the bet, he won't give you the satisfaction.
Oh, interesting.
He demands to settle it.
Okay. 7.5. What's our win total?
7.5, but some juice on the over, minus 125.
Okay. Yeah, they're exciting. I'd rather bet the Dak award stuff. I mean, it was great seeing CD Lamb back, right? And George Pickens, I'll say a little more. I feel like he's going to lead the league in defensive pass interference calls, right, against him or for him. It's
unbelievable.
Rather. Yeah, and they all are they're all legit. And also, he's a great number 2 receiver. Like the Steelers
really
lift
is
on that. Maybe he doesn't fit in their offense. He fits in Dallas's offense really well right now.
The smartest thing about that trade, and it's something you should always be thinking is like, that guy was never with a good quarterback ever.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right? You're getting this guy who clearly was talented. And I wouldn't have gone near him. I just thought he was so erratic on the Steelers, but maybe he was erratic because he was losing his mind because his quarterbacks were terrible. Now he's this quarterback who he'll go down the sideline, jump up, and put his hands up, and the ball is right where his hands are, 3 feet over his head as he's flying. Like, it's all the stuff he's good at. So he must be like delighted.
You think he should be a benchmark for receivers or like their agents? Like they go out and like, hey, my guy, whatever, he doesn't put up the great numbers, but he's never been with a quarterback who could throw a ball. Take a look at George Pickens, what he did. I feel like there's a bunch we could hold off on a couple of those, but they're probably all on the Raiders.
Yeah. Devontae Adams right now.
Yep.
So Dallas, does that tie count as half a win?
I mean, no.
How does that work on FanDuel with like, if you go, if you go 8-1,
you still would have to be over 8.5 wins. It's no good.
So it doesn't count at all.
No, it wouldn't. No, but if for the playoffs, 8-1 is better than, I don't know, 8-9, right?
Yeah.
Or 9-7-1 is better than 9-8. So
I don't think you're excited enough about the Cowboys. You killed Washington. You hate Washington.
Come on. The Panthers, that was just unbelievable garbage. They lost that game.
And then Jacksonville, 13 penalties, 0 sacks, 2 for 10 on third down, 1 lost kick return TD on a bogus block in the back. They allowed 5 touchdowns to Stafford with no picks. And yet another horrible game where if you woke up a half hour late, you heard Rich Eisen and it's already 14-0. And it's like, maybe I should just roll over and go back to bed.
It could put you in a bad mood for the rest of the day. It's a long NFL day, right?
Yeah.
And you're probably going to pick the game wrong, whoever you take. So if you could afford to stay away from it betting wise, then do so.
Staying away from the London games this year was a great idea. Week 8, guess the lines. We have 6 bye week teams, Sal.
Yeah, this is a fantasy from hell week, right?
Including Jacksonville.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if there's any Jacksonville fantasy guy you'd be excited about. Brian Thomas Jr. is just pulling John Wayne Gacy on 2 of my fantasy teams. Las Vegas, they had 95 yards this week, so maybe we don't miss any of those. But we are going to miss some of the Lions.
Yeah,
we are going to miss some of the Rams. Arizona, probably not, and then Seattle. Those are our 6 ones. So we're losing almost all of the NFC West.
Yeah, we're losing 3 NFC West teams. I don't know if that's happened before and why they did that, but I'm sure there's a reason.
Guess the lines. What's the record?
4-3.
Right now?
You're up 4 weeks to 3. I think I scratched out a win to cut the deficit, but I don't feel good about this. I know.
Short
I know
week.
what it is. Yep.
Thursday night, Chargers home from Minnesota. We'll see if J.J. McCarthy recovers from his high ankle sprain. I have the Chargers -3.
You're going to get it. I said 1.5. I just felt like that's where all these fall with the Chargers. It's 2.5.
You know, we probably didn't talk about that Colts game enough. We could talk about it when the Colts, when we do their game.
People get mad if we don't talk about their team enough.
No, but that one we should have talked about. What was notable to me with the Chargers was, Herbert, especially in the last 2 hours of the game, they were really moving the ball, but their defense was helpless. Like the Colts would get incompletion or run to the ground on first, and it'd be 2nd and 10. You'd be like, they're going to get 8 yards. They're going to get 12 yards. They're going to get 20 yards. They were moving. It wasn't just that they were getting yards. These guys were wide open. Mm-hmm. Taylor was just slicing through. It felt like if they could have had the ball more, they could have had 50 points.
That's what we're missing from this Chargers team, right? From the first couple of weeks, the toughness, the Harbaugh toughness on defense.
Yeah.
Where is it supposed to be? I know there's some injuries there, but they couldn't get off the field on third down. And those Colts, I'll say that, I'm no longer expecting the hammer to drop on them. They'll lose games, but
no,
I'm not. You don't feel wait till they go to Kansas City. Well, wait till they go to Buffalo. Those are all could be 1-score games. They outscore everyone.
I thought we had the Chargers. The Colts had a couple injuries, and I really thought that House and I both thought it was going to be just a Herbert MVP game.
Mhm.
And he was really good in the game, and it didn't matter because the Colts were awesome. They have 9 2-touchdown quarters in the season
Wow.
where they've scored 2 touchdowns in a quarter.
Wow. Yeah. They don't punt a lot.
So I think Daniel Jones. So if we have Geno in 22, Baker Mayfield in 23, Darnold in 24, now Daniel Jones in 25. This is the 4th straight year with a
Has to be. Yeah.
a QB redemption. Like if you watch Jones in this game, you would think he was one of the 5 best quarterbacks in the league.
Yep.
He was doing everything perfectly. Every guy was hit on stride. Every deep ball was the right throw.
Mhm.
I thought he was fantastic.
Really
And,
good. They can't
would not
stop
have expected
scoring.
that.
I couldn't really ignore it because Anthony DeBundo is a Colts fan, and why he wasn't at that game, I have no idea. But screaming in our ears every touchdown, every first down, even.
My Indiana sports cluster theory. Sunday marquee. So this is a weird one because the Ravens are 1-5, but I think this is the game of the weekend. Ravens Bears in Baltimore. Playoff stakes for the Ravens. I think they have to win a couple in a row.
And Lamar's back for sure.
Lamar's back.
Mm-hmm.
After watching that Bears team, that's a team they should be able to beat at home. I don't care how banged up their defense is. And I think they're going to be favored by 3.5.
That's exactly what I said. And those are amateur guesses, Bill. It's 6.5.
Wow.
I mean, it's kitchen sink written all over it.
That has to be a record for a 1-5 team against a 4-2 team.
Yes.
A spread that's almost 7 is just nuts.
That is nuts. And it doesn't, just because Lamar comes back doesn't mean the defense is fixed, right? Like Chicago could throw the ball all over the place in this game. I'm not taking Chicago. Don't worry about it. This is going in your Ringer 107. This is going in your 107 parlay. This is bet number 5.
I'm scared of the Ravens because I think not only Lamar thing, but I thought Harbaugh had a really, really, really rough year so far. And I just don't like the look of them.
So you could
probably stay away from me.
You could bet to miss the playoffs, Ravens minus 128, or you could bet the Ravens on a teaser here. You know, or I guess I just said that the other way around. You could bet the Ravens to make the playoffs at like plus 105, or you could bet a teaser here.
I was already looking at a Ravens-Pats combo because with the Pats with the Browns. Only one watchable game. Texans home for the 49ers, who, despite all the injuries, we didn't talk about them either. We jumped the Sunday night game.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk about that patchwork defense they threw together and then how bad Penix was.
Yeah. Just a bad spot, right? Like
Penix
just a bad everything.
Awful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to make. To me, he's like Tua. When it's bad, you just know it right away and you know it's not going to return for the game. But the Niners, Kittle is back. The receivers are going to slowly come back. Purdy will be back, I think, next week. McCaffrey is still one of the 5 best offensive players in the league, and somehow they're going to win 10 games.
That was a great spot for San Francisco, right? We talk about, let's just talk about our 5 cross-off teams, which is now 6. Aside from those teams, no one is good or is as good or as bad as they looked the week before, right? So Atlanta just throttles Buffalo, cuts off all of Josh Allen's lanes. He can't run. He can't do anything. Bijan is going to go for 400 yards if there's like another 5 minutes in that game. There's no way they're going to be as good as that traveling to San Francisco on a short week. And the 49ers aren't going to be as bad as they were. So that was a nice spot for us. But so now that division, we'll pick the line in a second. Who do you think's favored to win the NFC West?
I would say the Rams.
Barely. Plus 140. Niners 45.
Jesus.
Seahawks 310.
You know, the one thing that sucks about doing the picks on a Thursday is I wanted to see who was going to be playing for the Niners.
Yeah.
Definitely like them. But you just don't know. Like, we had the Chargers, and Joe Alt, I don't think, ended up playing. But on Thursday, it seemed like he was going to play. And I'm not positive I would have been jumping on the Chargers without Joe Alt.
Right.
It's almost like we should, I guess we can't.
Who'd you want as quarterback? You wanted Purdy or Jones? Like, what would have made you commit?
I think we didn't know if Kittle was playing.
Oh.
We didn't we didn't know who was playing for the Niners. There was like still stuff. We didn't know what receivers were playing. I don't know.
All right, Bill. It doesn't matter because let's take a look at our 4K Skycam delivered by Walmart Plus. It's Christian McCaffrey who makes a difference on this team. You can't stop CMC, man.
They made it National Running Back Day. We need another national day. What is the cutoff for running backs? I have to congratulate.
I don't know. I
guess.
Is
Harrison's flag football team? Do you have to congratulate all the running backs?
I think you should. Next week's tight ends game. Yeah, if Vrabel didn't cut, what's his name? Ramondre. That was what he gave him as a gift for National Running Backs Day.
Yeah, you get to keep your job in your locker.
This is so weird.
We gave her. Who did Mickey give Rocky's locker to?
Oh, who was it? Yeah,
in Rocky 1?
Yeah. The other Italian, right? Who was it?
It wasn't Spider Rico.
No, I guess not. We'll look that up.
Can't remember. All right.
Well,
I have Texans -2.5 in Houston.
I got this one exactly. It's 1.5 unless it moved. It's Houston. It's
TikTok zone.
Yep.
Well, listen, we're going to find out about Houston tomorrow because Seattle's a tough place to play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not convinced they can run the ball, Houston. I'm not convinced they can block. Seattle's defense, their front seven is going to be really good. And it's the kind of game, if Houston has a chance to come back and try to be a playoff team, it should at least be a good performance tomorrow night.
I think if they win, it's got to be a low-scoring game. They've averaged 12 points on defense.
Like a 19 of 14
Yeah,
type.
they played shitty teams, but they are one of the top defenses. And maybe Darnold isn't so successful throwing downfield for one freaking game. I don't know.
Fairly watchables. Falcons, Dolphins. I have this as a fairly watchables just because I don't know who's coaching. It could be DJ Mikey Mack could be back for another week wearing dressed like John Lennon. I have the Falcons -7.5.
No paycheck. 7.5 is exactly right. I said 6, and it actually opened at 6, and it's 7.5. So they saw what did happen. That is someone out? Who the hell could be out for Miami to make that go up?
Probably just people betting it because I think
people saw highlights.
People saw Miami highlights, but Atlanta is a home team.
Yeah.
Pats, Browns. I had trouble with this. It's either 7.5 or 8.5. But I went with 7.5 because I'm not sure people believe in the Pats yet.
I wish you would have gone to 8.5. It's 7. So you get that.
Oh. What'd you have?
Oh, I had 8. Yeah, I had 8.5. I went higher.
That's a teaser.
Oh, you're loving it. I mean, I'm over under 16.5 teasers you have with the Pats on it next week.
I just think Dylan Gabriel on the road is a non-starter. Like he's really going to come in to New England and outduel Drake May.
He's literally a non-starter.
Incompletions today.
There's a lot of non-starters in the league.
What's the deal with Deshaun Watson might come back?
Yeah.
That he's there. Like, is that... Does that help them? I don't know. I can't figure it out. By the way, I just noticed I have my hot rod glass.
Oh, good for you.
And you have a hot rod behind us.
Right there. Wait. Yeah, right there.
Double one.
There's
Ronnie. Some Twitter account that posts old wrestling matches from the 80s and 90s. I want to say Rabbits in the title, but they had the Roddy, the strap, what was the match with Valentine when he busted his eardrum? Dog collar match.
Yeah.
That was even too far for wrestling.
That was a lot. Yeah.
Having two guys with dog collars on. I just don't know there was any way to fake any of that. And apparently there wasn't because he lost most of the hearing in his
permanent injured ear damage. And it was true because I'd have conversations with him and he'd snap by his ear to try to rejuvenate it. Yeah. Wrestling's real, guys.
Yeah. Eagles, Giants in Philly. I couldn't get to 7. I did 6.5.
We're going to split it. I could get to 7. I went 7.5. It's 7.
God damn it.
Oh, man. It might be simple. I mean, why
I'm
not
not teasing
Philly?
that. I'm not putting the Eagles in that. No,
they're going to lose twice to the Giants?
No.
Really?
I don't trust them at all.
They have
can't
to
do
be
the Jalen
off.
Hurts. I can't do the Jalen Hurts in a tease.
Do we think, I mean, isn't it possible that Giant loss was like that Bears loss to Washington and it just everything tumbles now, even though it might be a decent team, like they just can't now scratch together a win after that Denver collapse.
It is possible. Bills at Carolina. minus 5.5 is my guess with the Bills being favored. I put it right in the Vegas zone, unapologetically.
I think I get this. I said 6.5, and it is 7.5.
Come on.
What? They have to for all the teaser idiots like us. They have to. So when they win 21-20.
The Bills haven't played a good game yet. Now, I do think they get their 2 suspended D linemen back this week, right?
Yeah.
And probably Ed Oliver back. So they have a full defense for once. Bryce Young is hurt.
You just think the line's big. You don't think Carolina's going to pull off an upset and go 4-3, right?
I think Carolina's a pretty good home team.
They are 4-3. They're going to be 5-3. Like? Bills 4-3.
No, I'm not saying they'll be 5-3. It just, you know what I like? They have 2 running backs now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had Dowdle and Hubbard today. They were kind of doing the 1-2 punch. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. They would have lost if they played any other game, any other team today.
Bucks at New Orleans.
That's another one.
Yeah, I Vegas own this. I had Bucks by 4.5 in New Orleans.
So I get it. I said 7.5. It's 6.5.
Ooh, a little pricey.
Well, 5-1 versus 1-6. They didn't play yet this year, did they? No.
I'm trying to remember. Has there ever been a normal Bucks Saints game in New Orleans? Has that ever happened?
It's been a normal Bucks game in years.
I mean, there's no way that game's not coming down in the final 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just lock that down. Oh, we're redoing the 1977 Super Bowl. Broncos Cowboys.
Yeah.
It's in Denver. So I had this as a fairly watchable, and I'd like to apologize because this should have been the watchables.
Yeah. Denver's offense might not be watchable for a couple hours.
Your team is an automatic watchable against any decent team.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Broncos in Denver favored by 4.
I hit this exactly. It's 3. All right. I'm doing okay here. 2, 3, 6-5 me. This is the Super Bowl. You ever see Butch Johnston catch the touchdown pass and just like put it on the goal line? Yeah, they called it a catch. Like it's a phenomenal example how 70s football is different.
I remember thinking, what am I, 7 years old at that point? Really being upset that it wasn't a catch.
It was a catch. It was a touchdown.
Or when he dropped the ball, I thought he dropped it too soon.
Yeah.
Right. I thought something was fishy about it.
Now a coach would beat him up for that.
The one that really made me mad was the Mike Renfro play, the Houston-Pittsburgh game.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because that was basically the play that created replay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely caught it, and they just like
was that the play, or was it years later with Testaverde? Like, or just
that was when the replay stuff started. I don't know when they actually
okay.
came up with it, but the Renfro thing,
right?
Wasn't it Renfro? That's who it was, right?
Yeah. That was the
play. I felt like it swung that one. Poop Fecta, 2 games. Bengals, Jets. Joe Flacco against Tyrod Taylor. I think they might have played together at some point in life. I put this right in the Vegas zone. Bengals by 5.5.
Yeah, you're going to edge me out here. I said 6.5. It's
what is it?
It's 4.5.
Oh, still Vegas zone.
Hold on a second. Every team should give the Jets 7 points. I mean, come on. Enough.
What did you think of that Bengals performance on Thursday night?
Pretty good, right? Like I think Flacco, well, first of all, I think we switched. Like when we saying Puka Nacua is the greatest wide receiver in the game, if he's not playing, I wouldn't think of betting the Rams. Now it's Chase. Now he's like right at the top and like doesn't matter. Like, what is he going to have? Like 22 catches in 2 weeks? It's phenomenal. So as long as those 2 are there, they're going to score points and they're not on the Jets. That should be a touchdown.
Well, it reminded me of what I said 11 minutes ago about Dak and Pickens. Watching Flacco, I don't think Flacco's a very good quarterback anymore, but he is good at that little 20-yard throw down the sideline. And it just, I don't know. It's just he had chemistry with those guys. I thought it was funny that Tomlin complained about the trade.
Yeah.
And then got beaten by it.
Right. I didn't get the point of that at all anyway.
I got to hand it. I mean, they're about to come up when we do this Sunday night game, but I got to be honest. I thought Rodgers was awesome in that game.
It was good.
I think the last 2 weeks, Rodgers has, I thought he was done. Unabashedly thought he was washed. I thought he's looked awesome.
He's very
good. Really, really good. Like,
it hurts me
to the
say.
point that, it makes me wonder, like, what's what's the ceiling of that Steelers team? Because he hasn't looked this good for 3 years.
Yeah. But he looks great. It's a great fit for them. He's hitting everybody in stride. But again, this team goes as far as the defense goes, right? I think they had like 14 or 15 sacks over the previous 3 weeks, and they only put Flacco down twice. So that's it, man. It's going to be a game every time if that happens.
Kyle Brandt had a really funny thing I saw on TV about how he identifies with Rodgers at this point in his life, because he's like your typical frustrated guy in his 40s working with a bunch of younger people. He's just always put out. Like when that lineman knocked him over, he's like, Jesus Christ.
That was ridiculous. Yeah. That was so. You should see the few seconds before that, because he like pats him on the head, which even that was like a little rough. And then he like chases him down. Like he's like trying to pull his wallet or something. Yeah, I don't know.
But listen. I did not expect to have an entertaining Rodgers, but I thought he was really fun to watch in that game.
It's fun, but they're not a lock anymore, right? Like that made you think, like that division. You probably talked about it Friday, right? But
no, I didn't. We didn't. I taped before that game, so I never talked about it. Well, I think the Steelers' defense looks fraudulent to me. I thought with the Pats, we moved the ball on them for 3.5 quarters. I just don't think their defense is what people might think it is.
And they're both plus 130 to win the North. And the Bengals are 5-1. But go ahead. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Well, one more poop factor game. Colts, Titans. It's in Indianapolis. And I think this is the week for the ultimate respect for the Colts. A giant line. I went all the way up to 13.5.
Oh, you're smart. I said 12.5. It's 14.5.
Yeah. It's time. After they did today, you got to do it. You got to treat them like they're like a real contender, because they are. And you're playing the shitty Titans, and they have to be favored by this much.
On a scale of your mother-in-law tells a joke to pulling a Norm Macdonald clip online, how hard did you laugh when Cam Ward just dropped that ball? Just dropped it. Just flat out fucking dropped. Just like
I was waiting for it for 2 hours.
But just the way he flings it like a magician.
Just throw a test, Cam. I know you want to. Yeah.
Just drop it here and then get shoved out of the way. Yeah.
I loved it. We scored 2 touchdowns in like 11 seconds or something.
Unbelievable.
I loved it. Sunday night. Really good game. Steelers-Packers in Pittsburgh. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of talk all week about what we just said about Rodgers. Like, not just the fact that he's rejuvenated, but playing his old team.
It's a fun one.
Has he? I can't remember. Did he play the Packers last year?
As a Jet? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Right? Didn't they? Now we got to look this up.
I don't remember.
Let's slow this down. We can't keep saying we don't remember. Right.
Are you sure he played them last year? He must have.
I'm almost positive versus Packers.
What are you looking at?
Oh, yeah, maybe not. Wait.
I don't think he did.
He didn't?
No. Well, he's playing him Sunday night.
Yep.
Yeah, Mike, I can't believe how good Aaron Rodgers looks.
Come on, Mike.
I can't believe it, Mike. Tic-tac zone for me. Steelers minus 1.5.
Ooh. Steelers minus 1.5.
Yeah.
I said Green Bay minus 2.5. It's Green Bay minus 3. Then we are tied.
Green Bay minus 3.
Yeah, they're a better power ranked team, right?
We just talked about how we didn't trust the Green Bay and what was going on with them. And they barely beat Jacoby Brissett today.
Both are lacking. The Steelers have a little rest advantage.
You know what? This line makes sense because I'm probably going to bet on the Packers.
There you go.
Monday night, Chiefs. This game kind of sucks now. Chiefs home for Washington.
I was off by 2 points. I probably shouldn't even give you that much, but whoever wins this takes the week.
I have Chiefs by 8.5.
What number?
8.5.
Shit. I had 7.5.
What is it?
It's 9.5. You win. Damn. Come on. 8-7.
9.5.
There's a lot of
that has all the makings of a 7-point tease.
You love it. You love it.
3-teamer. So we could do Chiefs with the Patriots and the Falcons against DJ Mikey Mack in his last offense game if they don't fire him. That sounds fantastic.
And just throw the Colts on there just to have fun as a money line.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So if Simmons, the best two Titans two of the best three, because I thought Sweat was good in the game today. But Simmons got hurt and Snead got hurt.
So doesn't matter. Yeah.
If Simmons doesn't play against the Colts, like I don't know if you can make that line high enough.
Yeah. You could put Bill Simmons in there. It doesn't matter. You're gonna be fine. That's a disaster of a line.
So do we just think that
can't believe
at no point Daniel Jones is going to turn into Daniel Jones? This is just how it's going to go for the rest of eternity?
I think you called it exactly. You compared him to those other quarterbacks that stood up, that came out of pretty much nowhere each year from 21 to 25, and he's Sam Darnold. So what did they win? 13 games
Sam
last year?
Darnold turned into a pumpkin in week 18 or week 17.
Week 18, the last week,
week
and then the playoff week. That's fine. That's still a successful year if that happens.
Is he a top 5 MVP for you, Daniel Jones, or would you have Taylor as their MVP?
I got to look here.
Because Taylor should be the number 1 offensive player of the year guy. I think.
He is. He's minus 140. He's actually minus number now.
He's been incredible.
Yeah. So Daniel Jones is 7th. Do you put Stafford and Goff ahead of him?
I thought Stafford's been great. What's Drake May now? What are his odds?
We don't have to talk about it. He's 7-1. He's 4th.
7-1. He's 4th?
How the hell did this happen?
Who's leading? Mahomes?
Mahomes plus 175. Josh plus 350. Baker plus 450.
So why would Josh be 2nd? What has he done? As you know, I think he's the best quarterback in the league. What has he done this year that would make him the number 2 MVP? Like, why does he have better odds than Drake May?
No, he shouldn't.
When the Pats have a better record and they've beaten them already.
I think they're anticipating. I mean, I guess you could just
anticipating a Josh run.
Well, what's the win totals for either of those teams?
First of all, Baker should have the best odds.
Yeah, I agree.
And I would argue Drake May should have better odds than Josh Allen.
What do you think the Patriots' projected win total is right now?
10.5?
That's exactly right. What do you think Buffalo's is?
What's their record? 4-2?
Buffalo is 4-2. Yep. Don't cheat. Whatever comes to your
say 11.5 for Buffalo.
Yeah, that's what it is. So I guess that's the only reason he's ahead of him.
What is it for division?
For the division, Buffalo's still favored minus 190. Pats plus 155. So you have to win the division.
Pats plus 155 is a pretty good bet if you look at their schedule. Because there's a chance. I think 12-5, if they can stay healthy, is conceivable with how bad the schedule is. Which means the Bills would have to go 11-3 and win the game in New England to win the division.
11-3
or 10-3. 4-2?
No, 8. No, 3. Yeah, they're 4-2 plus 8-3 is 12.
I used to be good at math. 8-3.
8-3. Yeah,
they'd have to go 8-3 and win the game in New England.
It's so
because if we beat them in New England, they would have to go one game ahead of us with those 2 losses.
Right. So New England to win 12 games or more is plus 175. I guess it's about the same thing then as the division, right? It's a little. I mean,
honestly, FanDuel having I know they have reasons for this, but FanDuel having the Ravens plus 130 and the Steelers plus 130 to win the AFC North is just batshit crazy to me.
You think the Steelers should be ahead of them?
Yeah. I'll put it this way, if you were going to bet your life on the outcome of that, and it's like you're going to die if you're wrong, would you bet on the 1-5 Ravens?
They're pretty far behind the Ravens.
A lot has to go right for them to come back. The Steelers are a way safer bet.
They have to beat them twice. So they play them twice. They absolutely have to beat them twice. And then the Steelers' schedule gets really weird now.
Here's the other one. Now I'm looking. Colts are minus 240. Jags are 3-1. Good luck there. We might need to bring baby back for the Jags at 3-1. Good luck. And then Houston plus 850 is insane. Like if anyone's going to win that division, it's Houston.
That's dumb. Yeah.
Other than Indy, but I would bet Indy minus 240.
What's wrong with Eagles Colts minus 109 for a division?
How about this? Eagles, Colts, Steelers. Plus 355.
Yeah, that is good. That is good.
Now throw in the Pats. Now I'm at plus 911.
You're a lunatic now.
Now throw in Tampa minus 425. That's 11-1.
Have we ever picked 5 division winners 8 weeks in?
I actually have
the Cardinals. It's 377-1.
I had a future bet that if I had picked Green Bay instead of Minnesota, I think I'd actually have a chance at it. That was like 23-1. Yeah.
Well, you won. Let me ask you this. We were talking about it. Patriots and Bills have 12 wins. Jets and Dolphins have 12 losses. Very doable, right?
Jets and Dolphins would each have to have 12 losses.
12 wins for the top 2, 12 losses for the bottom 2.
I think that's going to happen.
I might even say 13 for top 2 and 13 for bottom 2. I want to see if Miami's, we can bet that.
FanDuel has over 4.5 for Miami now, plus 110.
So that's either 12 or 13, right?
Yeah.
And then the Jets can't be better than that. Yeah.
The Jets are...
Yeah, I guess we could just bet it. We could just parlay.
Jets are 3.5.
Jesus. I'm not betting.
By the way, the Jets are going to win 4 games?
No.
Jets under 3.5 seems like a lock to me.
We just went over the ones they could potentially win. There's 2 of them.
So
to
make the playoffs, the Pats are minus 420 now.
Wow.
The Broncos are minus 280. How are the Jaguars minus 162?
They are, huh?
You think the Jaguars are a playoff team? In a million years, would you see them as like a 7th seed?
So does that mean one AFC North team gets in? That's a lot.
So it'd be
Patriots, Denver, Jaguars. Those would be the wild card teams?
Yeah, I'm looking. So it'd be Indy, Pats, Denver, Buffalo, Pittsburgh,
Kansas
KC.
City. Yeah.
So basically they're saying between Chargers, Jacksonville, Cincinnati, and Houston, Jacksonville is the most likely.
Wow.
I would rather go with Houston, but I guess if Houston loses tomorrow, they'd be 2 behind them.
Maybe they know something.
God, I think Jacksonville, they were just so awful today.
I love them too. Just for the year.
And then in the NFC, what's like the perfect? So the Ravens are plus 104, which is hilarious. And the Steelers are minus 122.
The Ravens aren't grabbing a wild card. You might as well just take them to get the division.
Yeah, you might as well just take the division. And then out of the longer shots, Houston plus 205. Minnesota plus 390, I'm not against. As like a crazy wild card.
I like Seattle plus 132.
Yeah. And then your team plus 260. Who knows? Who knows? You can throw the ball, man.
Why do we even do this? Yeah.
Today's Parent Corner brought to you by Scout Motors. Parenting can feel like 4th and long on your own 10. No timeouts, meltdowns, and a full-on blitz. You're familiar with that, Sal.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you need a playmaker. Iconic in the 70s, reimagined for today. The all-new Scout Terra and Scout Travel are engineered with advanced 4-wheel drive, available locking differentials, optional 35-inch tires, and the go-anywhere capability to get you through life's chaos. Built for the next generation of adventures. Join the wait list at scoutmotors.com. What do you got?
All right. I want to know, as a parent watching a sport, and I think your Parent Corner might have something to do with this too. So they might want to join them together here. But as a parent watching a sport, what's your freak out level on umpires, parents, coaches? Like, what has to happen? Like, I feel like I think I have a lot of tolerance because I know how embarrassing it is for my kids and my wife and everybody else if I lose my shit, because that's happened. But when we have like a 6-run lead, and this happened Saturday, and then it's a 4-run lead, and then it's a 2-run lead, and the opposing coach is screaming at his players and screaming at our players, and the team is banging on the fence and banging their garbage can. Like, I'm gone. That's it. I'm hulking out. I'm turning green right there in West Covina, California. That's 8:30 in the morning. I just can't.
My God.
I can't take
That's
it.
where the Boogie Nights house was.
Is that where it was? West Covina?
Yeah, you could have sure stopped there after.
They should have sent me off there. Yeah. Wasn't there a suicide there? I could, I mean, it was really like, first of all, in Little League, as soon as you shake a fence or bang it or use a bat to hit a garbage can to root your own team on, the umpire goes crazy, loses his mind. Not in this game. And it went on for like a half hour. And like, finally, I said to our coach, like, you got to do something. You got to say something. Like, now everyone's looking at me like I'm the bad guy here. And luckily, they tie it up and we win in the bottom of the sixth on an error. And I'm like high-fiving the shit out of everybody. Like, it was a big win for me. And like, even my kid is like, I hated those kids, Dad. I hated them. And I'm glad you hated them too. I'm like, well, I didn't hate them. I just thought there should be better sportsmanship and everything. But what has to happen? I think this leads into your parent corner, but what has to happen for you to
this first of all, thanks for asking.
Yes.
This is a passionate topic for me.
Yeah.
I think there's two things that you're allowed to get mad at as a parent, no matter what the age group is.
Mm-hmm.
One is the coach trying to either yell at players on the other team, intimidate them in some way, or fuck with them.
Mm-hmm.
I think is just out of line. It just shouldn't happen, especially if it's like 13 years and younger.
Right.
The players on your team should never hear anything from the other coach.
Mm.
There should be a respectful thing. And if that's not there, I think you have a right to be pissed. The other, this is more of a soccer thing. I think it's harder in baseball unless they're like throwing at the kids. But if there's a physicality where their kids are actually like in danger of getting hurt and the officials aren't officiating it correctly, I think you have a right to get mad.
Okay. Is that your
I think
parent?
I told a parent corner story that time about when we were screaming at the 17-year-old ref and he fled to the tent after. But the other team was like, submarining our kids trying to hurt them.
Right.
And at some point, if you have to like look out for the kids, like the whole goal of any sporting event for kids is, can we not have anyone get hurt?
Yeah.
And if somebody's trying to hurt the other team, like you have to intervene. So those would be my two.
What about your first example though, where the coach is just like yelling things and it's not exactly supportive of the other team, and then you yell shit back, but then most of the parents are like, "Hey, you got to be bigger than him." I'm like, I do, because that just means he gets away with it and keeps getting away with it. Do I have to be bigger than him?
I don't think so. I mean, you're talking to a guy who started yelling at the Campbell High women's high school soccer coach because he was talking shit to our team, and we got into it a little bit on the sidelines.
Right.
I think there's got to be a respect level that, these coaches are supposed to be stewards.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be teaching people and setting some sort of example. And if they're doing the opposite, that's when it gets weird.
Good. All right,
I don't think you should feel bad at all.
I'll consider that a win. Thank you.
I don't think you should feel bad at all.
Yeah, I know. I got a lot of years of this left, or maybe not many at all.
What if you got into it with the opposing coach and then you kind of got to a good place? Then he's like, "Hey, who do you like tomorrow?"
That's almost kind of happened.
What's your wise wager?
Give me a winner. We'll make it square.
You think you take Simmons tomorrow night and guess the lines?
I'll give you 3 losers.
Really love you guys.
Who do you wishing luck to?
My parent corner is about my dad and my stepmom. So, they had a dog die last year. They always have 2 golden retrievers. And anytime one died, because golden retrievers, they go between 10, 12 years old, somewhere in there. They're not really like long lasters. And they would always get a second one. They're always girls. They always name them IE names. And they've had, since the mid 80s, I think they've had like 7 or 8 golden retrievers, maybe 8.
Mm-hmm.
So Sally dies last year. Sally with an IE. So only Winnie's left. And my dad is going to be, 78 this next month. So my wife and I are like, you can't get another dog. You just can't. You can't do it. You can't do it. They're like, no, we won't. So then gets to like January. We had some Simmons family stuff. Like, my dad's sister passed away. So they were like in between that and the dog, some other stuff, like all of a sudden they decided to get a second dog, almost just to try to change the karma of the situation, which I understand. But my dad is 77 and should not have a puppy. And so they tell us, we're FaceTiming them, and they're kind of excited about it at this point because they're about to get a puppy, which I understand. And they tell us, and my wife and I, our faces dropped, and my wife's like, you got to cancel it. This is crazy. And they're like devastated that we're so upset. And we're like, you guys haven't had a puppy in 8 years. Like, you forget like how hard this is. Like, you can't, like, we wouldn't want a puppy now. We're in our 50s. And so anyway, they decide to get the puppy anyway. Then they get the puppy. They name the puppy Ruby. Super cute. The puppy is like a freaking maniac. The all-time, so now the puppy's like 8.5 months old. So when I was in Boston, I was going to see them. And my dad is like just making jokes like, can you take Ruby with you on your way back to LA? Like, kind of serious.
Oh no.
Can you take her? And my stepmother's getting mad about it. And it's just dominating their life. Like, Zoe has a game. They have to like rush out after because the dog's been in the crate for 2.5 hours. Dog gets out. I was over there the other day. In 10 minutes, she hurt me 3 different times. Like, she crashed into my knee. She left this long scratch over my chest. She jumped over a couch. Like, she's they're in a condo. Like, she's just a maniac. And they have to walk her all the time. They got to walk her in the morning. And they just didn't listen to us. And I think I might have a chance to get this dog with my parent corner.
Oh, good for you. Yeah.
I might just kidnap her and not tell them.
Oh,
they're just
before?
Come on
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I wasn't
because
sure
I actually really like this dog. I made the joke there, and my stepmother got really upset about it and was like, no. There's no way these are our dogs. And I could just see my dad. It's like the all-time, why did we do this?
Right.
Maybe the dog will settle down. I don't know. But I just wanted to say this as a PSA to the parents out there who have parents.
Yeah.
I think, what's the cutoff age for maybe you shouldn't get a dog?
Well, that's
like 75?
I wasn't sure where you were going with it. So was it the hardship of caring for a puppy was bothering you, or that the dog was going to outlast them? And you think that would be a bummer? Like, that's...
Oh, no, not that. No,
Okay.
I'm not worried about the outlasting part because I think they're going to be fine.
Oh, so if they had a 4-year-old dog, you would have been okay.
It's the rigors of the puppy.
Yeah, right.
It's like having a baby.
Yeah.
Like, this is like dominating your life. You can't leave. You have to constantly, if you're out for 2 hours, you got to rush back. You're up in the morning. They're peeing all over the place. They get UTIs. Like,
yeah,
it's just never ending.
So you want to create a sliding scale where like a 60-year-old parent could get a puppy, but once you hit 70, the dog has to be like 4 or 5 years old if you're going to even get one.
So my stepmother's younger than my dad. So that might be the only way they have some wiggle room with this. Right. But I'm going to say if either parent is over 75.
No dogs?
I think there should at least be somebody should come to the house. Like, if you're adopting a foster child or something, to like meet the family and make sure, like, ask my dad, like, well, how many steps do you walk a day? And my dad's like, steps.
Right.
I mean, I walk from the couch to get a ginger ale and I come back. What do you mean steps?
It's a nice walk for a dog.
I walked 3 blocks to go to a restaurant the other day. No, I think 75, I think there should be somebody that comes to the house. Make sure.
That's
a good
good
idea.
I like that. I think that's good.
They kept little Ruby in the kitchen, and my dad would sit in the kitchen with her. And this was like for 6 months, and they wouldn't let her out in any other room in the house because she would pee all over the place. So I think that's partially why she's so crazy. So my wife and I, we joked that she's the Brie Larson character in Room. Remember, Brie Larson was stuck in that room for 8 years. So anytime she gets out of the room, she's like, daylight, trees, and just loses it. So it's partially their fault.
She's she's Ruby Larson. Ruby Larson.
Ruby Larson. Yeah,
that's it. Well,
so anyway, 75.
But here's the only thing. Like,
if your mom adopted a dog right now, what would your reaction be?
But forget it. It would be like it is with everything she does. So I would lose my mind. But some older people want to have their life dominated by something. You know what I mean? Like, they if you're not active and everything, like, all right, I just want something that controls our lives.
This is like a monkey wrench.
Let's do it. It's fine. We'll get through it, even if we have to stay home most of the time or whatever. I don't know that your dad's like that and his wife, but that is part of it.
I think that's what he thought before Crazy Ruby got in there.
Yeah.
On the bright side, Boston Blue started on Friday. My dad was pretty excited about it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
New CBS lineup last week. All the new shows premiered. And Boston Blue, Donnie Wahlberg. Donnie Wahlberg's character came back to Boston.
Nice.
So we had that. Anyway, I'll keep you posted on Ruby, though.
I want to hear about
I'm going to say
Ruby.
she's minus 300 to make it to the end of the year in their house.
Well,
I might just have to put her in a suitcase.
Your dad listened to this? He might listen to this. And then
he might listen.
I'll show him. We're keeping it for another 2 months.
They might get upset. It's fine.
Okay.
Because we told them.
Right. You said this
You can't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or if you're going to get a dog, adopt a house-trained dog that's like a year old. And then you skip.
That seems like the thing. Like, why do you think he wanted a puppy? Like, he could. It's just it just has to really be a golden retriever. Ultimately, right? So
when we got Murph, who turned 5 today, by the way, happy birthday to Murph. It was COVID times and we were home a lot.
Right.
And we were able, but even that was like a complete nightmare. I don't know if I'd be able, even at my age, go through the puppy thing again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
we have a
waking
COVID
up in the middle of the night.
Same kind of thing. Yeah. It's a lot.
How old are your dogs now?
Well, I just have the one, and he was a COVID dog, and he got hit by a car in Mexico, and my cousin Katie, Jimmy's daughter, rescued him, and then we took him from her. And he can't see. He doesn't bark. He doesn't acknowledge us. He doesn't like to be
that dog's
pet.
easy. I like that dog.
I mean, it's barely a dog. So,
but you wouldn't get a puppy though.
No. I wouldn't at my age. What am I? I'm not 70 yet, am I? I might be there.
Yeah, but you live in. You're in South Bay.
It's
like nice to walk
around.
the dog around.
Yeah,
a lot of dogs down there.
All right, fine. I'll get a dog. God.
Just get a dog. One of us needs to get a dog just for a parent corner because I can't even do. I mean, if I did parent corners about my son, it would be like about the 30-second interactions I have with him when he's miraculously home.
I thought you were going to talk about.
I'm going out right now.
A certain soccer game you saw this weekend, but you kind of alluded to it. It's fine.
No, we saw. I came back, saw 2 wins.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought I was going to talk about Mount Holyoke strategy?
Yeah.
They parked the bus for 2 hours. I've never seen a team park the bus in a 0-0 game. Just play for a 0-0 tie.
Well, they got chippy too, right? Yeah.
You get a little chippy, but it's college soccer. I think somebody's going to try to score a goal at some point.
You can watch college athletics.
You
have really to fly out there because you murdered that app that would once show the games. They went under.
You know that app?
Flow.
First of all, the Flow Sports.
What happened?
I've definitely heard from some people that work for them.
Okay.
Or they're urging that they're going to.
You're going to get all Zoe's games in 4K now. This is going to be fucking ridiculous. Yeah.
Well, it turns out that there were more disgruntled parents than just the parents of my team, I think was what we learned. But listen, I'm going to give them a chance to rectify everything. We'll see how it goes.
I think this is how they're rectified. Like, hey, Bill Simmons said parents will pay anything to watch their kids. So we're raising the monthly fee to $1,500.
$15. Oh my God. We'll see if it works. There's 2 big games this week. Hopefully it's going to work.
All right.
Anyway, that's it for Parent Corner, which was brought to you by Scout Motors. Join the wait list for the Scout Terra and Scout Traveler at scoutmotors.com. Concept vehicles not available for sale. Features and performance specifications preliminary and subject to change. Joining the wait list does not guarantee purchase. Visit scoutmotors.com for details. When somebody tells you they have kids, what ages do you hear that you're the most jealous of for the ages the kids are when you think about your experience having kids? Like what do you think the best ages were?
I would say 40 and 42 when they say their kids are that old because you don't have to deal with them. Like 5 and 7.
Yeah, that's what, if somebody says, I have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, I'm like, man, what a great run that was.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, that's like the
take
sweet
care
spot.
of each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs is a different story, but kids.
Probably worst is when they're like, I have a 15-year-old and an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
What are you going to do with those?
Yikes. Or anything under 4 is a nightmare.
Yeah.
All right. So your Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday Ringer gambling show?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Then the Sunday pregame show. Let me give you a couple basketball. You tell me what you think here. Sabonis.
Let me hear it.
Sabonis plus 20 plus points per game. He had 19.1 last year, plus 270 for that. I feel like he's healthier. He went from 38% to 41%. Shooting from its continued success from three is one of the biggest X factors, I think.
That's what you're leading with? A bonus points per game prop is your number one?
That's it.
Wow. Okay.
You don't like that one? Plus 270? All right.
Solid.
He was at 19. He just gets 20. And Edwards, most threes per game, also plus 270. He lost to Steph 4.4 to 4.1. Isn't there a world where Steph doesn't qualify? Give me plus 270 and Edwards. And you were wrong. I listened to all 4 hours of your thing. Good. Great to learn that Cooper Flagg's a generational talent. Wow. I don't know where you're getting that insight anywhere. But no. Pistons, I like it over. You don't like 50 plus at plus 182? Bickerstaff, third year. This is how he turns the team around.
I don't. That's LeVert, your favorite one?
Duncan Robinson. That's an improvement, I think. Right? Cunningham, top 10 player. You really don't like that. You like that under. Someone in the East has to, I know you have your picks for the East, but that was mine to get the gap of plus 4 wins on their total.
They do. I would rather personally do Milwaukee if you're going to bank on one of those teams from that division as like the better than you think team.
Okay.
I think Milwaukee's going to be good. They put a bunch of specials up, Ringer Futures on NBA.
Oh, yeah.
And they have some good ones like Indiana to win 35 plus games and make the play-in plus 164. The Bucks and Celtics to both make the playoffs plus 152, but they had a whole bunch of them. But I sent them a slew of them, and they put our favorite win totals.
What did we do? What did you make us do? That I don't like the division bets, but the one you laid out was like even money, and it really looked good. What was it? Knicks, Thunder, Cavs.
Knicks, Thunder, Cavs for the division.
That was even
plus 130 or something.
Oh, yeah,
that was better than that. Yeah, it was plus.
Yeah.
120. I really like that one.
That's good.
Yeah, we did that one. I roped you guys into another one.
Yeah. You're excited. This is good. Football's over for you. Look at you. There's your picture right there on the page there. You're wearing a suit.
About to doing great.
Adopt a dog. This is fun.
NBA starting. This is our time right now. Who do you have for Game 7 of the World Series?
We have of the World Series?
I don't know. ALCS.
Boy, it's going to be hard for Toronto to lose now. I know they don't really. I had Seattle, so I'm going to have to hedge here. It's Bieber against Kirby, but these guys are going to go like 3 innings. I'll take Toronto slightly. I'm going to go against myself. But the Dodgers, they're minus 122, Toronto. That's a fun one. You got 2 Monday night games and the baseball all at once.
The problem for Toronto is if it's a nail biter.
Yeah.
I don't like their relievers.
Yeah.
If it's like a 4-3, 5-4 type game. But
I went into the Dodgers pick saying I don't like their relievers and didn't fucking matter at all.
We didn't even see the relievers.
Never. I don't even know if they have any on the roster.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. Cuz, good job, buddy.
Good job, buddy.
All right. That's it for the podcast. Thanks to Sal. Thanks to Gahao. Thanks to Eduardo. I'm going to be back 2 more times on this feed. You can also hear the new Rewatchables Monday night quiz show and then Prestige TV breaking down Task. That one is already up. I'll see you on Tuesday. Must be 21 plus and present in select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino or 18 plus and present in DC, Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.